Monday, so I thought I would do some sort of a Meatless Monday meal today, and so I'm just going to wing it today. You know, if I can remember everything I use, I'll put it in the description. But today I thought I'd make some sort of a veggie patty, and definitely going to throw together some pierogies with peas in a garlic butter sauce. But right now I'm going to, you know, think about how I'm making the patty. So I've got some water in this pot, and I'm turning that on just above medium, so it's kind of high. A little bit of sea salt. You know how I like my sea salt. I gotta make sure you can see everything. Yay! Okay. Alrighty, and then I still have half a bag each of broccoli cuts and cauliflower. So I'm just gonna use up what I have left. It's a 12-ounce bag of cauliflower, and half of that be about 6 ounces. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that in there. And then the broccoli cuts, I think, was also a 12-ounce bag. Yes, and that's about 6 ounces there. So 12 ounces altogether. I'm putting it in the pot, and I'm just going to, you know, bring it to a boil and then simmer it down until it's nice and soft. And then I'll drain it and mash it and add some stuff to it. And, you know, we'll go from there. Okay, so it just started boiling, and of course I'm going to let it cook till it's nice and tender and kind of mashable. Alright, so I've got, see if you can see this here, and they're still hot. It's the cauliflower and broccoli, and I'm just going to use a regular potato masher. Let me move that bowl. And I'm going to mash it up a little bit. And while I'm mashing it, you can only use half an onion because it was kind of big. So I'm going to use part of that in this, and then part of it I'm going to saute with my pierogies. I just got a small bag of pierogies. I'm not making pierogies. So I'm just going to put in, I don't know, about half. Yeah, that sounds good. I use glass jars for everything. I don't throw away my glass jars. I'm going to put in some garlic. About 1 teaspoonful heaping. And I still had some fresh herbs left over, the tarragon and cilantro. Yes, folks, tarragon. And as you can see, I hope you can see this. This is the tarragon. It's probably about 3 pinches, and the cilantro about the same. So I'm going to put all of that in. Kind of give it a mash, and of course better put some sea salt in there, huh? Just a little bit. And then I'm going to put 3 egg whites in it in a moment once I get it more mashed up, a little bit more mashed up. And the reason I'm only putting the egg whites in is because I want to use the yolks. I'm going to make a hollandaise sauce to pour over this when it's done. What it looks like. This is what it looks like. At this point, I'll probably put some crackers in it. Oh, my goodness. I'm making such noise, aren't I? So let me get my crackers out. And I'll use my hands. Because everyone knows. And I'm going to use, I don't know, until it's like a nice patty, where I can shape a nice patty out of it. you know, some of the moisture will go away, but it should retain some moisture inside the patty. And see, it's kind of like at a nice, still kind of gloopy, but I can patty it up at this point and put it in a frying pan. Let me wash my hands. And I'll be back. Alright, so I've got my big pan, and I'm just going to put that on a medium-high, put some olive oil in the pan, a piece of spinach in there from when I was dehydrating spinach. Just enough to cover the bottom of the pan, olive oil. And I'm going to let that get hot, and I'm going to spoon dollopfuls of my patty mixture. And when it's ready to go, I'll come back. Alright, I believe the grease is hot enough now, or the olive oil, I should say. In the pan. As you can see, they're kind of frying. Want to get that oil in some of them. And you can kind of gauge by the smell and by looking at the edges. And when it starts to get a little bit golden around the edges is probably when I'll turn them over. So, be right back. Well, I just turned them. I probably could have let them brown a little bit more, and I can certainly turn them a couple of times. I'm going to put the lid on this because I kind of want it to steam cook at the same time as well on the inside. And so when it's ready to come out of the pan, I'll be back. Okay, I think we're ready to take these out. You can see it's nicely browned, and I'm gonna set this behind me for a few, and we're gonna take this out and put it in a plate, and I'm gonna put it in the oven to keep warm while I make the pierogies. I'm making one thing at a time. These will keep nice and warm in the oven until you get everything else ready and dinner going and plated up. And I'm using the same pan for the pierogies. That crumb out of here. And you can see there's still a little bit of olive oil left in here. So I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of butter to that olive oil. Where's my magic wand? Oh, here it is. Hey, magic wand. This is Mom's all-around magic wand. It produces delicious things from the kitchen, as well as it had the ability to make my kids behave. So yes, it's my Mom's magic wand. Okay, let me see if you can see everything okay. Looks like you should be able to, I'm guessing. Anyway, let me turn the heat up a little bit more. Okay, it's good enough, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to put some garlic. I love the jarred garlic that's already chopped up. Fresh garlic is good. I use a lot of this, so I go through about, 2 jars a month, I guess. I'm going to put a nice heaping teaspoon Yeah, making noise. Give it a little stir in the butter and olive oil. And then I had a small bag of pierogies. They were like over at the grocery store for like 99 cents a bag. It's enough for 2 people, or could be enough for more. I mean, with everything I'm cooking here, it could be enough for more. So let me show you. And I've also got the peas in there too. Did not cook them. I just put them in the hot water in a pot for a little bit, drained them off. And now we're going to put all of that together in there. About a half a cup of peas and 1 small bag of pierogies. And butter and garlic. Let me get a little bit of sea salt on here. Just a little bit. Oh, that's too much. Let me put some of that back in the bag. There we go. A little bit of sea salt. A little bit of pepper. Let me get this out of the way. You know me, I like my parsley flakes. So I'm going to put a little bit of parsley flakes in there. Oh, about a half a capful. You could use what you like, you know. I mean, choose your flavors, whatever you like. I'm not going to use the wooden spoon. I'm going to use my spatula so that I can mix things around in here real good a little bit. Turn the heat up a little bit more. Let me show you how this looks before I put the lid on. Okay, so you can see and then I'll give them a flip now and then until they kind of start getting a little bit of a brown on them. You can shake the pan if you like to get that even coating of everything. See? And then put the lid on for a little while. Okay. And this is what it's looking like. Everything's, and it didn't take very long at all. You know, I mean, you can make a fancy looking meal from a cheap bag of pierogies and frozen peas. You know, just by throwing a few yummy things in there with it. Let's see, hopefully you can see this. I'm going to turn the heat off now because I'm going to go ahead and put it in a covered dish and keep it in the oven to warm, because I still have to make the hollandaise sauce. I'll show you again. See how nice that looks? And we'll see how it tastes when we get everything else done. So, I'm going to try hollandaise sauce. It's been years since I've made it, so bear with me. Okay. And yeah, I'm using the same burner all the time because if I use this one, it seems like it's too close. So, my wooden spoon, and I might need a wire whisk. The 3 egg yolks I have in this bowl here, I've used a fork because the whisk doesn't really fit in this bowl too good. Okay, so I'm going on memory here. I've got the heat on medium, and I'm going to melt the butter down just until it's melted. A stick of butter. Now I know why hollandaise sauce is rich. And once I get the butter melted, then I add, I believe, the lemon juice, salt, and then the egg, and then whisk it. Preferably, I like the packaged hollandaise sauce, and I don't have any. It's just easier when you have a lot of other things to cook. But I just thought that the patties that I made with the broccoli and cauliflower, I just thought hollandaise sauce might be just the thing to accompany that. Now, not everybody likes hollandaise sauce. I mean, certainly you can probably eat it without sauce, or, you know, make up your own sauce. Another sauce I thought might be good is just a white sauce, you know. Oh, I know what I'm forgetting. I think cayenne pepper. So let me melt this butter. It's on a medium to low heat, and I'll be back. Okay, I found my cayenne pepper, and the butter is melted, so I'm going to stick that on low for a little bit. I'm going to put in just a sprinkle, just a wee little sprinkle of the cayenne pepper. Salt. Just a wee little bit of salt. You might want to add a little bit more salt if your butter's unsalted. And let me shake up my lemon juice. You know, I'm big on using caps. So there's 1, 2, about 2.5 to 3 caps. And I'm putting the egg yolk in last because it's hot. And I'm going to hurry up and just keep stirring this because I don't want it to separate. I don't want the yolks to separate. I might want to use my little whisk. The handle came off of this one. And what do I have? Oh, I have a disaster here. It separated. Oh, my first disaster. Let's see if I can whip that out of there. Let me turn off the heat. All right, I'll show you. You can see it's separated. The yolk, this is not a nice smooth hollandaise sauce. It's like scrambled egg yolk in there. Although I may be able to salvage it, let me work on it. Okay. So what I'm trying is I added a little cornstarch and milk, and I'm going to make a totally new sauce, and we'll see how it turns out. Be right back. Okay, so I used the mixer with the beaters on high, trying to smooth it out. It wouldn't smooth out. So I decided I was going to still try to salvage it somehow and come up with something new. So I added some cornstarch, about 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, and about, 3/4 of a cup of milk, and just a wee bit more lemon juice. So it's going to be a lemony white sauce, I guess. I've already had a little bit of cayenne pepper and a little bit of salt in here. And of course the sides of my pan are all splattered now. And it is starting to look creamy. We'll see though. We'll see what it turns out like. It's starting to thicken up already. Perhaps. Alright, here it is, folks. My first disaster, right? Worst case scenario will. Oh, that looks terrible. That looks bad. Alright. You know what? I think we're going to... oh, this is... I gotta bring you over here and show you this. This is... Okay. Yeah. You know what? I'm not even gonna try to taste this. This is my first disaster on here. But, you know, you gotta try everything at least once. Alright, I tried one more time. I took the wire whisk to it, and now it's better. I just probably needed to give it a little bit more time. And I've got it right where I want it to be as far as thickness. And I did take a taste of it, and it's not bad. You know? This isn't bad at all. So we came up with a new recipe, so, you know, when in doubt, throw it out, but I tasted it and it's fine. This is good. And so I'll be plating up in a moment. Okay, so there's dinner, and I'm going to put some of this sauce on it that we had such trouble with, or I had such trouble with. I don't know how I should be bringing you in on this. I'm going to put a little bit of sauce on that. I'm going to put it over everything, just a little bit. And then I've got a fork over here. Let's give everything a go. Okay, first the patty, which was made with broccoli, and cauliflower is the main. So there we go. We'll try it. That's an interesting dish, an interesting flavor. I like it. It's very, very nice, actually. I'm gonna have another bite. Yeah. And then the pierogies that I had sauteed with the garlic and peas. Just a little bit of salt and pepper. There you go, folks. Meatless Monday. Sorry, I'm talking with my mouth full, but you know I'm good at that. The sauce was saved. I guess if I ever make it again, that maybe I should put the egg yolks in everything, mix it together, and then warm it up, perhaps. I don't know. Anyway, if you try anything, if you have any Meatless Monday ideas, let me know. So, until next time, happy eating.